Može? Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Dragan Jovanov from Macedonia, Doctor of Phytomedicine and Agroecology. I'm honored to be part of this global platform organized by the International Internship University today. Thanks to the founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit, and organizing team. To change the world, we need to change our habits, settings an example for children, students, and people to follow the right path, to go things that are valued, and that is the dignity and goodness of our souls. What are you doing as a New World University, where you value all the life stories, projects, and work or people around the world is a great success. We as educators are the ones who need to show the way to the people who are the beginning and show that the right way with great work, motivation, and a good heart. Each of the lecturers has shown great success with their work so far. To be you all the best. Keep working, support this university, international internship university platform, and be the change that will move the world with your ideas, creation, and works. And my advice: never give up on your dreams. My topic today: climate change, agroecology, and phytomedicine, COVID-19 pandemics and post-stress pandemics period, phytoecology, and the further divide into the agroecology, forestry, ecology, and other. In this sense, agroecology covers the ecology of certain species of plants and animals, but also included studies in the field of agrobusiness and agroecosystem studies. The scientific discipline that deals with the study of the external environment and the agriculture is called ecology. In other words, agroecology is ecology of the area for agriculture production. Agroecology, as a separate scientific discipline, was first introduced in the year 1920, although environmental studies, along with the studies from the scientific disciplines in agriculture, have been conducted for a long time. The foundation of agroecology, where it's by ACI, according to ACI, agroecology is a scientific discipline that deals with the study of physical characteristics of the external environment, climate, soil, and it is in terms of their impact of development of cultivate plants, and in terms of the yields of those cultivated plants from the point of view of height and quality of yields. Men in agriculture actively act on the factor of external environment and just change the initial state of those factors. By changing external factors, man tries to adapt them to needs of cultivated plants. Hence, in short, agroecology deals with the study of environmental factors, climate, soil, relief, and etc., as well as the study of methods that can act on those factors to adapt to needs of cultivate plants. Most food production is based on high input intensive agriculture system with high environmental costs, and as a result, soil, forest, water, air quality, and biodiversity continue to degree. We need to promote a transformative change in the way we produce and consume food. We need to introduce sustainable food system that offer healthy and nutritious food while also preserving the environment. Agroecology can offer several contributions to this process. Combining traditional and scientific knowledge, agroecology applies ecological and social approaches to agriculture system, focusing on the rich interaction system of to be sustainable means making change there at once economic, social, and cultural, nutrition, and climate consensus. Agroecological measures. Agroecological measures, what is it? Agroecological measures are policies encourage agriculture activity that is a benefit to the environment and rural areas. It aims to promote agriculture production practices for sustainable use of agricultural land, production, improvement of the environment and rural areas in order to preserve plant and animal diversity, improve soil, water, and air. Agroecological measures provide financial support to farmers in addition to for the implementation ecological way of processing diversity, agriculture and the like. Ecological measures are implemented at national, regional, or local level. They can be different depending on the natural characteristic of the region and the specificity of the soil. Tool for achieving environmental protection. Although agroecological measures are different, each measures contains general objectives environmental protection and modern phytomedicine should be our way of life in the gift of nature for our good health. The main places where care will play 20% for the future propagation and not to collect them to all. It's many natural protected natural areas. Here is the most country enjoy those natural beauties, but of course strict protection in order to protect those natural beauties around the world where someone in trend with their own. Climate change, some experts say the climate crisis. Agriculture is perhaps one of the most affected industries. Can a return to the so-called old way of production be a step forward, a step backwards towards better living condition? The natural condition in the country where I live, for example, allow the cultivation of most continental and Mediterranean crops, as well as various livestock products. Herbal land and pastures cover about half of the land, while forests cover 37%, where is the most widely grown annual crop, and barley, corn, and various vegetables and present in smaller areas. The wine is the main perennial crop and covers almost 25,000 hectares, and wine in the second most important export product after tobacco. Although areas planted with fruits and nuts are smaller, they have the potential to increase in the future. Only a small part of the crop area, less than 10%, is irrigated, while most dependent of rainfall. This causes large changes in areas and the presence of crops they are sown or planted each year, as well as in yields, because in the yields are highly dependent on the amount and timing on rainfall. The country's climate is diverse due to the combination of continental and Mediterranean influences and the complex geography represented by valleys and mountains. There are several climate times for the Alpine climate present in the western and northwestern part of the country, to the Mediterranean climate along the southern course of the Vardar River. Most of the agricultural areas are spread in the region affected by the continental climate and in the modifications which are characteristic by cold winters, hot summers, and very variable rainfall regime. The microclimate characteristic of the country have enabled the development of a fairly diverse agriculture sector in which diverse crops are grown. The climate is also characteristic by variable periods of long droughts and intensive rains. These climate oscillations combined with improved land management, case soil erosion, and land degradation and future great agriculture production conditions, especially for non-irrigated farmers. Mainly due to human activities, we realize balance of tons of carbon dioxide and other gases each year that trap heat in the atmosphere. The more greenhouse gas emissions we emit, the greater the future climate change. Therefore, limiting climate change as well as the final change of climate change solution. Climate change mitigation refers to the effect of reducing or preventing future releasing of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Examples of mitigation include switching to renewable energy, designing energy efficient equipment, recycling, building more bike and hacking trails, improving forest management practices, or changing consumer behavior. Mitigation can be of a complex nature as a protect plan for a new city, or simply as turning on off an electronic device. Actions are taken locally to internationally, for example, by consuming achievements and agreements to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but in general, individuals, communities, and even international prefer someone else to the mitigation as long as they can enjoy the fruits of other efforts. Climate change solutions, the problem is that is everyone what to drive for free. No one will do the job, and we will not be able to stop them or change the direction of climate change. This is now as a problem of collective action, and climate change is a prime example. Climate change is affecting the whole planet, and as we have seen, many of the most affected have contributed to the last to climate change. So let us all work together and solve problems. The course of global warming in the opposite direction will require a sustainable reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. We call this mitigation of climate change. In addition, because climate change is unavoidable, the population and ecosystem on which we depend must be prepared and act in order to deal with them. This is called adaptation. Let us look at some examples of what mitigation and adjustment measures can be taken. You probably heard a lot about sustainability, especially when it's come to environmental uses. What does that mean? Sustainability, for example, refers to the way we humans use the natural environment. When we do it in a sustainable way, then it means that we meet our needs without harming the environment, so that future generation can live well generations. Types of adaptation. There are four many types of adaptation. Forecast adaptation change are made before the effects of climate change. Prevention, an example of predictable adjustment can be when a farmer decides to grow cereals. Reactive adaptation. actions are taken after something has already happened and when farmers acquire new irrigation technologies, because due to drought they can no longer grow their crops. Spontaneous adaptation occurs only in response to changes in the environmental natural system or the market or due to well-being human system. Planet adaptation based on the knowledge that the changes have already occurred or will occur as decision is made what types of action will be taken in order to return to the previous one to maintain or achieve a new and decided condition. Photovoltaics, the goal should be a priority to ensure greater energy efficiency worldwide. Recently, in addition to energy efficiency education efforts, turnkey service offer for the installation of photovoltaic system in households and business should be increased by using the renewable energy of the sun. Household can cover off over 30% of the annual consumption of electricity, and companies, in addition to the realized savings, increase their responsibility and sustainability by using the so-called green energy. The interest in the service is great because the benefits are huge. In the future, this system should be supplemented and improved, especially in poor countries around the world. Next topic is COVID-19. I have been working in modern phytomedicine for many years. What does that mean? Modern phytomedicine is part of the medical practice that cause prevention, treatment, and protection against bacteria, viruses, parasites, and various diseases. In today's panel discussion, I will tell you which herb to use in times of coronary crisis to protect your health and the health of your family. Phytomedicine requires patience, but is also something that is probably the most healing, and anyone, regardless of financial status, can use it. Herbal plant for protection against viruses and bacteria. Sweet wormwood, Artemisia annua, black tea, dandelion, Taraxacum officinale, chamomilla, Matricaria chamomilla, Humus pulum, wild original Oregano vulgare, Hawthorn, Cartegus occinata, Gentiana lutea. SARS-CoV-2 or COVID is a virus that attack the etheric body, initially attacking blood vessels and lungs. For that purpose, prevention and treatment of blood vessels and protection of the lungs are needed. The following herbal plant that I will briefly explain are exactly the plants that I have researched and so far have helped people to protect themselves from COVID or those who have COVID to fix the immune system faster, to clean the blood vessels, to clean the lungs and toxin caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Artemisia annua has antiviral properties against many viral infections, including SARS-CoV virus, influenza A, herpes simplex, hepatitis B, C, varicella, and others. This herbal plant is commonly used to purify the blood, liver, and lymph, purifies toxins in the body, strengthens the body's immunity, and it is Taraxacum officinale laboratory studies of the antimicrobial properties of Taraxacum officinale say that this extract can significantly reduce the viral reproducibility of the dandelion. Similar effect was shown in pathogenic bacteria. This herbal plant also strengthens the blood count and cleanses the blood vessels and the whole organism of toxins. Black tea, almost all studies have shown that this has a great effect on the health of the heart and blood vessels. Scientists say that is especially good that is prevent inflammation of the walls of blood vessels that prevent many diseases. 1 month later, study showed that patients who drink black tea had a 15% improvement in hair function and vascular health compared to those who did not consume it. And also from the group of patients at high risk for heart attack fell into the group of patients with moderate risk. Apart from improving the function of the heart, this tea is also great for improving the function of the brain and function and health of the lungs. Scientists say that is a great drink that you should use during a period of physical or mental activity, because it just gives concentration, energy, and improves relax. Matricaria camomilla contains compounds that can actually increase the production of white blood cells and B lymphocytes. That basic function of B lymphocytes is to participate in the production of antibodies and immunoglobulin, which work to destroy viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Chamomile also purifies the blood, calms the body, strengthens the immune system, protect against colds and flu. Humus serpulum is used against bronchitis, pneumonia, laryngitis, cough, against intestinal diseases, to improve appetite for bile and liver. Humus has antibacterial and antiviral effect, has been recommended to be drink in the winter against respiratory infections. It is also used to relieve bronchial asthma, collecting large amounts of mucus in the bronchioles and other airway diseases. Humus oil can also be used in case of stroke, multiple sclerosis, multiple rheumatism, and more. Humus is a strong antiseptic and antifungal, and is therefore used to treat all types of infection, viral, bacterial, and fungal. Oregano vulgare. Wild oregano contains several essential oil, such as carvicol, lemon, thymol, pinene, and other. Its leaves and flowers have antiseptic and anticonvulsant and anti-flatulence effect. It stimulates the secretion of bile, stimulates sweetening. It is also used for expiration as a stimulant, and is also used as a tonic. In addition, it is an excellent source of numerous minerals such as potassium, calcium, magnesium, iron, and other. Potassium is an important component of cells and blood, body fluids, with help control heart and blood pressures. Fresh plant in an excellent source of antioxidants, vitamin C. This vitamin helps the body development resistance to influence infections against and flush out harmful free radicals. It is one of the favorite plants of the people and used as for strengthening for the treatment of diseases of the digestive and respiratory organs. It is also used against various inflammatory process of the skin and mucous membranes. Crataegus oxynata strengthens the heart and is also used as a natural remedy to regulate blood pressures. It is not only lowers blood pressure, but also resists it higher in cases of impaired heart muscle. It has a beneficial effect on blockage of blood vessels, inflammation of the heart muscle, and against angina pectoris and other. In short, it is help treat all types of heart diseases. Gentiana lutea, the bitter substance gentiopyridine and amarogenicin, ingested in the body stimulate test receptors in the mouth and case the secretion of juice in the stomach, intestines in the bile, and the bile therapy improve appetite, digestion, and absorption of food and strengthening the body. The action help people with poor digestive gut function. It has also been prevented the use of lunch in small doses for a long time, increases the number of the red and white blood cells, and thus strengthen the body immune system. In medicine, lunch root is used to increase appetite, to strengthen them against high fever and seals. Again, my research patent on virus and immunity has so far proved effective in researching 1,600 people and pandemic. I'm open to cooperation, and anyone who has problem with COVID or anything, I'm available to help. Herbal plant post-stress period. How to improve general psychophysical health and post-COVID pandemic period or neurological diseases. Regular control or change to attitude towards the status of your neurological defects, spiritual, psychological work on oneself, increasing self-confidence, creation reaction at home, clean air, consumption of food and herbal plants that stimulate the work of the nervous system, consumption of natural herbal preparation, a balanced diet, organic diet, herbal plant for stress or neurological diseases, valerian. Valerian is the best now for its calming effect, and many do not know that herbal plant actually has much wider application for relieving nervous tension, anxiety, irritability, and against insomnia. It gives extremely good results in insomnia caused by stress. As for nervous diseases, it's helped with nervous hitches, hypochondria, and hysteria. Valerian also starts the intensified heartbeat associated with a feeling of heaviness in the chest and fear. Valerian relieves migraines and relax muscle and stomach cramps. Turmeric is the herbal plant destroy accumulated amyloidosis in the brain. It stimulates the propagation of glutathione, which in essential antioxidants for brain health, help balance serotonin, dopamine, glutamine, and other. Works well for depression and anxiety, improves memory, improves the work of the heart, cleanses blood vessels, improves circulation, act as a better antagonist of oxygen in the brain, reduce the feeling of bloating in the abdomen, help to lose weight, accelerates metabolism, improves digestion, strengthens the immune system. Chamomile, Matricaria chamomilla, it has a mild sedative effect. reduce anxiety, stress, and tension. So it is recommended to drink chamomile before because it reduces restlessness, has a beneficial effect on peaceful sleep, which is good for people who have insomnia. Stimulate digestion, mild analgesic against menstrual pain, nurses problem skin, relaxes muscle, improves liver function, and this chamomile is used to reduce skin irrigation, rashes, swelling that for rheumatism, both as well as for the care of cracked and dry skin. Ginkgo biloba increases energy, strengthens the immune system, strengthens memory, improves brain function. Used to reduce migraine, asthma, allergies, cardiovascular diseases, boozing in the ears, improving brain function. It is useful for diabetics. Vitamin and minerals to help with stress or neurological diseases. Potassium, the mineral potassium helps the proper function of the nervous system, regulates nerve impulses. Potassium plays an important role in electrochemical impulses, where nerve cells use them to transmit signals across cells. Calcium, the mineral calcium plays a role in regulating the action potential of nerve cells in your brain and throughout the body. Calcium helps the cells initiate action potential, and this helps them return to a normal position after the signal is propagated. Vitamin B12, one of the essential vitamins that help to nervous system to function normally. It helps break down complex carbohydrates into glucose, sugar, and your brain uses as fuel to help in function properly. Vitamin B12 also supports the function of nervous system by helping to maintain healthy milieu and insulator that enables nerve transmission. Vitamin B reduces stress, gives energy, and makes the nerves function better. Thank you very much.
Dr. Dragan, please, would you want me to go a little through your presentation to show what you were talking today? Because it was amazing, and picture talks more than 1,000 words. So I would like to share a little your presentation and go through this with our audience, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Just a minute. Not here. Okay. Just a moment. Need to put this down. Okay. Is it visible? Dr. Dragan, is it visible? Dr. Dragan? Dr. Dragan? So here we see the data about Dr. Dragan Jovanov. So from the Faculty of Agriculture, you can contact him. I think I lose Dr. Dragan, but I want to go through his presentation. So it is more now clear. Thank you for being with us. See you tomorrow again at the same time. Thank you.